We are one of the house bands for 12 Tone. We have been pushing and promoting our 12 Tone sound for the last 8 months or so now. We got together in August 2009.
Originally we started an experiment, to see how fast we could get it together. I knew that we would get it together, but three rehearsals isn't that much time, but we managed to pull it off, and ever since then it's kind of gone full steam ahead.
Yeah, it seemed like we put ourselves under pressure, and it kind of worked, and we got all the tunes done. Ben came with a tune over there, Wayne had written a couple already, so kind of it was good because we knew we had something to aim for straight away, from the first rehearsal. So it kind of got to work really quickly, and it kind of gelled nicely. Yeah.
We kind of hit up Carnival and did a little busking.
Busking is a way of communicating what we're doing straight from the studio, i.e. the rehearsal space, to the people. It's the most effective way of testing out new material. And it's also a great way of exposure because, especially in the summer months when we're out on South Bank, Brixton, we did Carnival, like they were saying. There's a lot of people out and about, and people are very open at that time, because everyone's having a nice time, it's sunny, high spirits and whatnot, and the brass band sound has got that element which just carries positivity to people. It's very acceptable as a sound, it's not intrusive, it's very accessible. So busking is just a great way of just speaking to people who might not see us in places like Passing Clouds or places like Vibe Bar, or places like Jam Bar in Brixton, because there's all kinds of generations we want to appeal to, not just the younger people, but also the older people, tourists, they might not know about spots like, underground places like Dalston and whatnot. They might only venture out to South Bank. They've got the aquarium, they've got the London Eye, but then they've got the 12-Tone brass band. Straight up. So, we're just getting maximum exposure, and busking seems to be the best way to do that on a general scope.
I think our aim was to be that we want to, in the future, maybe there's someone we've got a few other members who are trying to make it into a marching band as well. So it kind of I don't know, it's got that kind of element to it as well. Yeah. So we won't have to take a whole drum kit or a whole macro, you can just go around and just marching.
And a lot of the promotion for some of the nights and started kind of pushing out the 12-Tone vibe from them, really. That's how we've really kind of become welded in with 12-Tone.
You don't see the marching thing in London, I suppose especially because brass band being essentially a New Orleans tradition, but as well also a northern tradition, But whereas you might think, when you think of it as a northern way, you think of Salvation Army, you think of Christmas carols. When you think of New Orleans, then you think of guys, marching in the streets all times of the year. And we want to bring that to London because really what New Orleans cats are doing with the brass bands is they're just speaking to people on a general level, playing their own compositions, a couple standards, whatever. But it's like, we want to do that and bring that element of Carnival all year round, not just on the bank holiday weekend of August down in Notting Hill. We want to be everywhere doing it, Yeah, we're playing Passing Clouds tonight, which is a nice, it's a favourite of ours because we find that the people here tend to be more open, more up for enjoyment. It's a Friday night. It's got great energy here, and what we're doing is unique in itself. And like I said, because the people are open, it seems to appeal on a larger scale. So we like to think that when we've finished with our set tonight, people will walk away wanting to know and hear more about us, about 12-Tone brass bands. And we just done our EP live at Deptford, which is a live studio recording 4 tracks, which will feature tonight. And we've also got an album which we're working on at the moment to be recorded soon. So we're just generally trying to promote that as well. And somewhere like Passing Clouds is an ideal place to do that. So we're looking forward to it, I think.
Yeah. Well, Passing Clouds is a nice party vibe. 12-Tone brass band, party band.
Party vibe.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Definitely.
We like to party!
I'm the most recent addition to the band. I joined, I think, how long have you been going? About a month or two before I came in. But the thing I most love about the band is just all the interaction between all the players. And we never play the tunes the same twice. It's sort of like people can cue stuff and there's a room for solos. And we even just get up on stage and just jam tunes. And after practicing that, we can do that quite well now, I think. And that's one of the things I love most about this band, just the openness.
The dynamic that we have as individuals, as musicians, as people, we're like, you know, a lot of people have said this to me after a show about how we look like we're a family, on stage and off stage, because we have a laugh, we joke around, we get angry at each other, you know, whatever, like all those things, you know, it's just like family life, you know, and that's just because we're tight, and that energy is put forward in our music. And like what Nick's saying, we never play one thing the same. You know, it's always different depending on whether, you know, you just pissed me off earlier on, or like, you know, or Wayne's made me laugh, you know what I mean, or Ben's got me drunk or something, you know. Things just change, you know, and it's always different, but that's the beauty of it.
Of how we interact as people. Like when we get on stage, it's just about energy. Like even past the notes and everything which we get inspired by, the energy is always there as like a focal point of the sound. So if you like energy, then come and feel it.